Well. Hello. Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. I've got news for you. Witnesses report a huge object or creature surfacing in Lake Mead. So far, photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. Also in the headlines, refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10.
Hey.
And you thought your boss was a pain. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination. And especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single?
Hello.
Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell. Though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. They sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Jingle, got spurs that jingle, jangle,
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
riding
As I go riding merrily along.
Oh, ain't you glad
And they
you're
sing,
single?
oh, ain't you glad
And
you're
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song ain't so
wrong.
very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell.
Hey-o!
Oh, Lily Bell. Though I may have done some fooling.
He's coming to give a big fancy speech to all us troops stationed here at the dam. I'm pretty excited. He seems like such a nice guy, and I get to meet him. He's giving me a medal. I don't know why, though. I'm just doing my job like all the other guys. I'm still excited, though. Mama always told me not to talk to strangers. But you seem like a nice person. Mama left me on a farm when she went out prospecting. When she never came back, the owner didn't want me around. Kicked me out on my own. A nice guy came up and asked me if I wanted to join the NCR, so I did. Now the troopers are my family. I like it here. Everyone is so nice. Bye-bye.
You better get out of here.
Watch out.
that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Check your fire!
They sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that
You better get out of
song
here.
ain't so very far from wrong. They sing, oh,
Move along.
ain't you glad you're single?
Move along.
And that song ain't
So excited about the
I
president
wonder what
visiting.
President Kimball's going to
So
tolerate.
excited about the president visiting.
Hey,
This is going to be great.
Hey, I heard about you. What can I do for you, friend? Thanks. We haven't been paired together long, but he's a smart dog. I don't think so. You already have a dog right there. Nope. Haven't noticed anything strange at all. Neither has my friend here, and he has a good nose for these things.
jingle,
I got spurs.
Not since the last time you asked, no.
Jingle
riding merrily
Bye.
as I
along.
go riding merrily along.
Sing, oh, ain't you glad
And they
you're
sing,
single?
oh, ain't you glad
And
you're
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song ain't so
wrong.
very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never ride. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle,
I got spurs that jingle,
as
jangle,
I go
jingle.
riding merrily
As I go
along.
riding merrily
They
along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad
And they
you're
sing,
single?
oh, ain't
You're
you
cleared
glad
to
And
go
that
on through.
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song
wrong.
ain't so
Very far from wrong.
We got nothing that's gonna happen to the president on my watch.
Hey, it's Mr. New Vegas letting you know I've got a new Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look
You're
for
cleared
it
to go
on
on through.
holotape. And now the news. According to a new report, violent crime is on a sharp decline in New Vegas. The report credits the decline of the population of fiends in the area. In possibly related news, local chem dealers report an overall decrease in their standard of living. In other news, unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Hello. Have you finished your security sweep? Looks like that's his vertibird coming right now. It's showtime. Let's not mess this up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some security procedures to oversee.
Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Hey,
The room was completely black. I hugged her, she hugged back. She said, "Oh, said, folks, ain't that a hole in the boat?" My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful like sunshine up the spread.
Hello.
It's just like the
Looks like you booted the Legion out of Nelson.
Tell me quick, ain't another kick in the head.
come back in a minute. I'm busy with security matters.
Once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Thank you, my fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I have come here, and it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privileges because you take the greatest of risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifices. It is because of men and women like Private First Class Jeremy Watson that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free and secure. Born in a tin shack on the outskirts of one pine, Jeremy Watson never had it easy. His father was a caravan guard on the short route, and his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world as a prospector. They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood of War. Like our mighty Sierra Nevadas, they endured. But the time came when they could no longer shoulder the burden alone. 12 years ago, they called out for help, and the Republic heard them. Troopers, rangers, just like you, answered the clarion call. Men and women stepped forward to say, I will carry the weight. And at Owens Lake, we made true on our promise, driving out the raider tribes to establish a lasting peace in the eastern Sierra Nevadas. We carried the weight, and though we left behind many of our brothers and sisters on that battlefield, it did not break us. 10 years ago, Chief Elise met with representatives of the Desert Rangers to discuss terms of what would become the Ranger Unification Treaty. The treaty was more than a resolution to welcome the Desert Rangers into the Republic. It was a covenant to protect Southern Nevada against Caesar's Legion and the tyranny of his regime. There are some back home who ask me, but who are we protecting? What does Nevada to us? Sometimes we forget that the light of our society shines beyond our borders. Sometimes we take those privileges for granted that our forebears fought so hard to achieve. We must always remember that wherever Californians stand, we carry our principles with us. Equal respect, representation, and protection under the laws of a just republic. This was the same fire that burned in the heart of the old world that preceded us. We are the heirs of that civilization, torturers eastward of the Pacific, into the darkness of this wasted land. When the Republic called on the men and women of California to carry that fire across the Mojave, Jeremy Watson answered. You answered. Together you carried the weight. And when PFC Watson's platoon came under attack at Forlorn Hope, he took the greatest risk. Not only for his fellow Californians, but for California itself. He He was prepared to make the most noble of sacrifices to defend the principles of our republic, even here, on Nevada soil. His actions are a beacon to all of us who stand here today in tribute to his valor. Private First Class Jeremy Watson, on behalf of the Senate and people of the new California Republic, it is my honor to present you with the Star of Sierra Madre. Not far from this spot, a monument stands.
You better get out of here.
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. The King's Gang in Freeside has put an official end to the hostilities with the NCR. An RNV reporter was on hand to speak with the King.
I feel so bad. I think it's time we reconsider, baby.
Also in the headlines, beef prices around the New Vegas Strip have dropped significantly following an agreement between the Ultralux and Brahman Baron Heck Gunderson. This program was brought to you by Gora.
Ain't love a kick in the head.
Come back in a minute. I'm busy with security matters.
Like the fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
You better get out of here.
Thank you, my fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call of service put forth by the Republic.
Like to say
It is for you that I have come
ain't
here,
that a whole
and it is because of you that I am able to do so.
mind keep
We enjoy our privileges because you take the greatest of risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifice. It is because of men and women like Private First Class Jeremy Watson that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free and secure. Born in a tin shack on the outskirts of one pine, Jeremy Watson never had it easy.
Tell me quick. Oh, ain't love a kick. Tell me quick.
His father was a caravan guard on the short route, and his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world as a prospector. They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood of War. Like our mighty Sierra Nevadas, they endured. But the time came when they could no longer shoulder the burden alone. Twelve years ago, they called out for help, and the Republic heard them. Troopers, rangers, just like you, answered the clarion
What are you
call.
doing up here? Settle down. No one uses the radio until I know what's going on. Fuck it. You're more trouble than you're worth.
Men and women step forward and say, And at Owens Lake, we made true on our promise, driving out the raider tribes to establish a lasting peace in the eastern Sierra Nevadas. We carried the weight, and though we left behind many of our brothers and sisters on that battle
Report.
it did not break us.
goofing off and clear the channel. I'll be damned if the president dies on my watch because you... Damn it. I can't believe the Legion actually got someone past our security. Good job catching him. I'll have a security team sweep the area to see if the Legion has any more surprises for us. I'm also canceling the president's speech. We'll have a security team get him out of here right away. But let's not relax until he's safe.
10 years ago, Chief Elise met with representatives of the Desert Rangers to discuss terms of what would become the Ranger Unification Treaty. The treaty was more than a resolution to welcome the Desert Rangers into the Republic. It was a covenant to protect Southern Nevada against Caesar's Legion and the tyranny of his regime. There are some back home who ask me, but who are we protecting? What is Nevada to us? Sometimes we forget that the light of our society shines beyond our borders. Sometimes we take those privileges for granted that our forebears fought so hard to achieve. We must always remember... We've got some news for you coming right up. Refugees in Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. Also, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Nothing is going to happen to the president on my watch.
Good job today. You got the president out safe and sound. And I couldn't have done it without you. You have my thanks. job today. They got the president out safe and sound. And I couldn't have done it without you. You have my thanks.
Over here!
It's a sin to go. I've been broken. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Oh, you got sense enough to know.
Be sure it's true when you say I love. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken. Just these words were spoken. Yes, sir.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
If you breathe my heart, so be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Oh, you got sense enough to tell a lie. Whole lot of
Not much happens here at the Dorado, and that's how we like it.
Just overall.
Oh my God. It's been a long tour.
Are you the one who saved
lost?
President
Kimball?
All I can think about now is going back home.
I love you. Yes, I do. I love. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize the Tops. Have a nice day.
I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number 2 was when
Hey, look who's here.
you came back but never left to stay.
Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any non-human sapiens accompanying them. Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any non-human sapien.
President Kimball survived his visit to Hoover Dam. Nice one. Now, moving on. Don't you love seeing the Lucky 38 all lit up? Sign of things to come. Exciting news! The Legion's massing troops in a staging area east of the dam. Attack imminent. Monster of the East ready to roll.
Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hope
Sure, no problem. So long as the Legion doesn't attack before you can get there, which I'm sure they won't.
It's the company.
yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less.
Are you ready to head for the dam? Caesar's Legion is due to attack at it. Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some calculations. It turns out there are 2 ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options. You could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room. Good luck. See you at the dam.
Frem formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
Loading public appeasement oration. Complete. Howdy, citizens. How about a yee-haw for law and order in the fine town of Error? Token not found.
Mojave? Mo problems. Am I right? Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Are you ready to head for the dam? Sure.
I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I
responsible for the behavior of any obituaries of the recently deceased Mr. House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the biggest hey, look who's still available.
Silver screen, he melts my foolish heart every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and